Mark Mize alongside Jennifer Hawkins, bringing you a second straight night of District 9A semifinals matchups here from Lynchburg, as the Lady Raiders won last night by 17. That's right, 69-52 over Fayetteville City. Richland moved on the girls' side to play in the district championship Monday night versus Cornersville. Raiders tonight trying to do the same. I'm alongside Jennifer Hawkins. Jennifer, great to be with you as always. It would help if I put
the he's already muted me, folks. He didn't want me to say anything, but no. Happy Friday, Mark, and welcome in once again. Like we said, Raiders versus the Tigers, take two. So boys edition tonight here from Lynchburg, and so we've made the trek over to Moore County once again, and so we'll get some more of that action tonight. So we'll know this road. We can drive it with our eyes closed. I might have done that a little bit on the way over. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. See if you were paying attention, but. Yeah, so welcome in, folks. We're going to get you all the action for your Raiders as they take on this team from Fayetteville City. They've had a matchup. Raiders have been dominant in both performances thus far this season, and so we expect more of the same coming in for tonight.
And, of course, the Raiders won 68-37 the first time around, then 69-48 the second time around. And so they are 2-0 on the season. Always tough to play a team a third time, but I feel pretty good about their chances here tonight versus a Fayetteville City team that has some good athletes, but I believe they were 3-18 on the season based on what we're hearing from their radio crew there, and so had a tough campaign there with a team with quite a few young players. We'll see what they come out and do here tonight. But talking a little Lady Raider basketball from last night, Mary Ava McNeese with a game-high 21. Bailey Hollis added 17 in there, and then Bailey Blair with 16. Everyone was firing, and I looked up and included in my article today, Jennifer, three of the top four scoring efforts this year for the Lady Raiders came against Fayetteville City. So that really speaks to the fact that Fayetteville City, the dichotomy between the offense and the defense, great offensive team, great shooting team, have a couple girls who can drive. Jaden Garner was impressive last night, but they really don't play a lot of defense, and as a result, Richland had another great night from the field.
Yeah, I like that they did that great shooting here in Moore County's gym.
Yeah.
So when you're on the road and travel, sometimes that changes things up. But Lady Raiders took care of business last night, and it really came down to the last bit of the game. Cornersville with that 1-point victory over Moore County here in Lynchburg again. So it'll be a rematch for the Lady Dogs to take on the Lady Raiders. That'll be Monday night. But we've got Friday night action here tonight. And before we get rolling, we got a special shout-out.
Yeah.
Big super fan, Super Cooper Jackson's on the court, and his Uncle Jake's been going through some health stuff, battling things. Tough guy, and one of the kindest people you'll ever meet. He's listening in tonight from the hospital room, and so, Jake, we're glad that you're with us, and we'll get you all the action like you're here in person. We'll keep you updated, and we hope you recover well. We miss you, guy, and hope you get back with us soon.
It is funny that right as you said that, Ben Jackson is walking up the bleachers here, and so the father of Cooper Jackson there. Cooper has been a big part of their success here, especially in the last couple weeks as he came back from a fractured wrist he had suffered there in non-district play versus Marshall County. And so having him back in the starting five, kind of getting him back into his rhythm there, really, really good to see for their team. What I usually call the big four there with Cooper Jackson, Jamison Andrews, Cade McCormick, and Will Shirey. And then the supporting cast has been awesome. Jack Jackson, Hollis Miller, just top to bottom there with guys like Colin Johnson, Nate Price,
Lane Dooley.
Dooley, over the year, really they are one of the deeper teams I think we've seen in recent years, and hopefully that really bodes well as we get deeper into the postseason where, you see some fatigue over the course of the season kind of come to bear. But Raiders 17-5 on the season versus the 3-18 Fayetteville City Tigers there. Raiders looking to sweep Fayetteville City on the year with a third win and move on to that district championship game. And remember, if you move on to the district championship, win or lose, you host the first round of region. Lady Raiders already earned that opportunity last night. Raiders trying to make it 2 for 2 here in Lynchburg.
Well, they don't want to get showed up by the girls, so they want a home game, and we're hoping for that as well. So they got to take care of business tonight, because you get that reward of getting a little less travel down the road next weekend, and so hopefully Raiders. This is a game too. Talking to a few parents today,
right?
Where they're like, you just hope these guys don't overlook it, because you never want to kind of sell a team short. I mean, obviously Raiders are favored big in this one, but you just never want to give something up, give something away too easily, and let one sneak by you. And so from the tip-off, we'll see what kind of tempo, pace, and control the Raiders are going to have as they match up against City tonight.
Absolutely, and so it will be Raiders versus Tigers here in just a moment, but we're going to take a 3-minute timeout, hear a word from our sponsors, get the invocation and the national anthem, and then be back with the starting lineup. So back in 3 minutes here on KSR Sports.
Fans, from the coin toss to the final quarter, stay refreshed with an ice-cold Coca-Cola as you cheer on the Raiders. Just head to the concession stand and grab the perfect refreshment to share with fellow fans. Share a Coke with a teammate, a rival, or a friend this season. Thank you for choosing Pulaski Coca-Cola. It's time to load up on the best snacks and some delicious ice-cold Coke for all your game day guests. Nothing tastes like everyone you love and everything you like coming together. Coca-Cola. Together taste better.
May Oil Company, a 4th-generation family-owned business, is a supplier of fuel products and specialty lubricants serving Pulaski, Giles County, and southern Middle Tennessee from our offices and warehouse at 619 South 4th Street, Pulaski. May Oil Company is also a proud supporter of Giles County Bobcat and Richland Raiders sports. May Oil Company, supporting our Middle Tennessee communities for generations. 931-363-3704.
This is Clay Doggett, your state representative for District 70, and I'm proud to share what makes Giles County such a special place to call home. From our rich history and strong values to our thriving local businesses and hardworking families, Giles County is built on community pride. We're blessed with beautiful farmland, vibrant small towns, and neighbors who always lend a helping hand. Whether it's gathering for local events, supporting our schools, or growing opportunities for the next generation, Giles County continues to be a shining example of Tennessee's best.
We've been cutting prices at Murray Chevrolet GMC. There are amazing red tag deals throughout our lot. Just look for the red hang tags and windows to find the very best deals in our inventory, like the Black Widow Edition Silverado 1500 RST with $12,000 off, or the 2025 Corvette E-Ray with over $14,000 in rebates. Many more great deals with thousands off on 2025 trucks. Swing through or visit our website, murraychevrolet.com, for all the info.
This is Mike Keith for Winterburn and Associates Insurance. Winterburn Insurance is a full-service insurance agency, meaning they can help you with virtually every kind of personal insurance. Keep them in mind for auto, home, life, and health. Winterburn and Associates Insurance has been serving Giles County and the surrounding area for nearly 70 years, so they truly are a trusted choice. Get a quote online at winterburninsurance.com or call 363-8638. Winterburn and Associates Insurance, proud members of the Insurers of Tennessee.
Hey, buddy, why the throwback uniform?
Well, boys, you see, it's to celebrate the glory days, the pride, the passion, the tradition.
Wow, what could be better than wearing a throwback uniform on game day?
How about throwing back a green and gold citrusy sun-drop soda in a throwback bottle while wearing my throwback uniform on game day?
The pride, the passion, the tradition.
Throwback a green and gold sun-drop today.
And we're back here. I'm Mark Mize. She's Jennifer Hawkins, bringing you Richland Raider basketball here in the District 9A tournament. Great to be here tonight as we are looking for another team to advance to the championship matchup here once again. So Jennifer, Lady Raiders really came in, got it taken care of business last night. 11 three-pointers by the end of the night of note. And so it'll be interesting to see, in recent weeks, Richland has been hot and cold from beyond the arc on the boys' side. Hopefully we're going to see a little more hot tonight in this district semifinal matchup.
Yeah, they kind of ebb and flow with that three-point shot. And we've talked about, I've always said you live or die by the three. So when it's on, it can make a very different feel for the teams. And then if it's off, you got to figure out some other way to generate some offense. And so, these Raiders, can they come out and make some noise from the perimeter, which we've seen if that starts happening, that really opens up down low that post play using Cade McCormick off the blocks, who's been so smooth lately down there. I don't know many teams that could really stop him. He's really kind of peaking at the right time here in playoff season. And we're making some slight adjustments, folks, so bear with us as
See, the problem is we're both running the stream and also on the radio here tonight, and as a result, we're a little too quiet on one and we're a little too hot on the other. And so we're trying to thread that needle.
Jennifer's too loud. I've heard that a few times in my life.
We're trying to thread that needle, so if you're listening to one or the other and you're thinking, wow, they're loud or quiet, to have the best of both worlds, we're kind of having to go between the two. So, yeah, once again, I think you just announced the starters for Richland.
I did not. I was
okay, go ahead and get those.
Yeah, we got our five that we're used to seeing. So, on the floor, starting for the Raiders, Will Shirey, Cooper Jackson, Jamison Andrews, Cade McCormick, and Jack Jackson getting the go for the Raiders tonight.
Shirey has it, gives it off. 2 passes later, Shirey in the corner, working it around the perimeter now. Here's the drive and the kick for Jamison Andrews. Shirey to the hoop. Shirey, little floater in the lane, and it is good. First points of the night go to Will Shirey.
Shirey's had some really good minutes as of late. He went through a little bit of that illness stuff, and just you could tell fatigue wearing down, and nice to have him back in rhythm.
Still making a few adjustments here as there's a travel called against number 1, Jaden Thomas. Let me go ahead and get those starters for you for Fayetteville City. That's Kassan Reese, Braden Arnold, Niles Barnett, Jaden Thomas, and Ethan Riddle are your 5 starters as Richland leads 2-0 with 7:20 remaining in the first quarter. Jamison Andrews has it about 4 feet out from the arc. He'll give it off to Cade McCormick. McCormick straight to the hoop, bounce pass, Shirey. Shirey loses it, gets it back, but then it's stolen. Multiple players on the floor. Ball still rolling around, and finally we get a tie-up. Possession arrow is in favor of the Tigers.
Your Raiders in their white travel jerseys with that nice checkerboard orange along the side. Fayetteville comes with the black and orange, black jerseys, orange trim, so looks like a Raider matchup on the floor.
Reese with a travel. That's going to be 2 straight turnovers for the Tigers to start the day. Richland leads 2-0 after 1 minute. Jennifer, if you're going to beat this Raider team, have to get some shots off on their side, even if they're no good. The fact they're not even getting shots up, not a good sign for Fayetteville City so far. Jackson pump fakes there, floats in the lane. It's good. Cooper Jackson, 4-2.
Yeah, we've worried about that wrist injury, but it looks like he has come 100% back from that. His shot has really come into its own these last few games.
Bounce pass back out now. Driving for Fayetteville City. Shot is up, and it is good for number 2, Braden Arnold. Makes it 4-2. Raiders still on top. Kick, corner. McCormick on the low block. Spins. Puts it up, no good. Can't save it out of bounds. It'll be Fayetteville City basketball. So far, 2 points apiece for Will Shirey and Cooper Jackson. And then on the other side, Braden Arnold with the lone points for Fayetteville City.
So Raiders really not what you want here at the beginning. A couple little turnovers, miscues. So they just need to kind of settle in and take care of business early on. Dominate from the beginning, and then you don't have to, worry about it at the end of the game.
On the other side of the floor, Reese puts it up and in from the block. Ties it up 4-4. Cooper thinks about 3. Now he'll take it. No good. Rebound for Thomas. Thomas out and running. Thomas going to take it himself. Blocked emphatically there from Cade McCormick.
Yeah, McCormick plays it well and lets him slide low and comes in from behind with the solid block out of bounds off McCormick, but fans really enjoy something like that.
Jaden Thomas working against Cooper Jackson. Jackson probably the best on-ball defender here for the Raiders. They get it down low to number 24, Ethan Riddle. Puts up a shot. He is fouled. He'll head to the line for 2 free throws. Riddle, I don't believe he was playing for them the first time we saw them this year.
Well, he's got on a face shield, so I'm wondering if he battled, broken nose, something like that. So, yeah, I don't recall seeing him in the lineup before.
Shades of Rip Hamilton. If people are fans of the 2007 Detroit Pistons.
That foul did go against McCormick. That's his first team foul for the Raiders.
6-4, Fayetteville City on a 6-0 run. They take the lead here. Kicking corner, Jack Jackson. He feeds to Jameson Andrews for 3. Andrews shot no good, but Jack Jackson gets the offensive rebound.
Hits that baseline, saves himself from getting out of bounds low.
McCormick to the hoop, makes it look too easy there. To the cup for 2.
Yeah, good feed up, and then McCormick does just a couple of steps, nice lay-in. Long, goodness, long.
And it's true for Braden Arnold.
Arnold, my goodness.
He now leads all scorers with 5 points. Another 3-point lead here for City. Shirey kicks on the baseline to McCormick. They work it back out top to Andrews. Andrews spins, kicks. Cooper Jackson now with the baseline drive. 2 passes later, wide open for Jack Jackson, and it's good. A First Realty Group 3-point basket for JJ.
Jack Jackson wears 3 on his jersey, and that's where he answers downtown.
9-9 is your score with 4:25 remaining in the first. Arnold drives baseline. It's tipped, but they're able to get to Barnett on the opposite side. Another cross-court pass nearly stolen by Cooper Jackson, but now Thomas to the hoop, and he scores for 2.
So this Fayetteville team finding ways to get some points on the board early. Can they continue?
Cooper Jackson off the screen, gives it to Jack Jackson. He'll drive. Ooh, may have taken an extra step, doesn't get called. Will Shirey shot, no good though.
Hard to say on that replay. Did Jackson keep his heel planted, or, yeah, one of those Fayetteville fans went one way, Raiders sought the other.
Riddle, he's going to try to drive baseline, but they're going to say his foot was out of bounds. Another early turnover here for Fayetteville City, but the Tigers lead 11-9 with 3:38 remaining in the opening quarter.
Into the game, Nathan Price going to let Cade McCormick take a quick rest. So Price has added some really good minutes, especially deeper here in the season, regular season, getting some of that post play and spell of McCormick.
Jameson Andrews to the hoop. Ooh, every part of the rim but in. No good, and rebounded by Arnold. Arnold has it in the front court. Off the screen from Riddle. He'll cross over. Kicks to the wing. That's Thomas. Thomas, a little give and go there with Riddle. An extra pass, but it's tipped out of bounds. Good presence of mind there by Will Shirey to jump that passing lane.
Yeah, he was staying with his, as the defender, but he kind of cheated a little low, was able to get a hand on, knock it out, make him reset.
Once again, you're listening to Richland High School basketball. The boys playing in the district semifinals here in Lynchburg. They trail 11-9 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter versus Fayetteville City. Thomas bounce pass to Arnold. Arnold takes a long 3. Can't bank this one home. Andrews rebounds. Raiders running. Jackson pump fakes. Working all the way around to the corner, it's Price. Gets it to Shirey, and he's fouled. Will be a shooting foul, so 2 free throws coming for Shirey. It'll be the first of the night for either team.
Yeah, good feed there by Price, who was out on that perimeter corner and finds a cutting Shirey, who drives the lane and wasn't able to finish the shot, but does draw the foul and is at the line now, hits the first.
11-10.
That foul went against Arnold, his first. City first team foul.
Shirey goes 2 for 2. Ties it up 11-all with 2:40 remaining in the first. Arnold gets a high ball screen there from Riddle. Dribbles to his right. He's guarded by Price. Arnold gives it off to Riddle. Riddle cuts through traffic and puts it in for 2. Unusually strong scoring effort so far for Fayetteville City compared to what we've seen from them for most of the season.
Yeah, this looks like a different team than what we played in regular season matchup.
Price in the corner, gives up. Jack Jackson loses the ball momentarily, gets it back, gives it off. Price thinks about a three. He's going to drive now, kicks. Andrews three. It's good. First Realty Group three-pointer for Jamison Andrews, and he retakes the lead, 14-13.
And again, great pass from Price. He drives the lane and kicks out to that perimeter shot for Andrews.
Reese puts up a shot on the other side. Raiders not the best defensive effort so far in the first quarter. Another basket within 6 feet for the Tigers. Andrews bounce pass down low. Shirey on the low block, no good. Rebounded by Fayetteville City. They lead by 1. Thomas working to his left, hands off to Arnold on the run. Arnold, nothing going there against Shirey. He gets pushed back almost to the half-court stripe. Now they're going to try a screen from Riddle. Arnold, he'll drive. Took an extra step. That's a travel.
Good pressure defense from Shirey, and then Price on the help defense. They're both going to get a break. They're working hard both ends of the court into the game. Lane Dooley for the first time tonight. McCormick back on the court as well.
I'm going to turn this up a tiny bit more. Like I said, I hate to make the radio feed a little too hot, but don't want the stream to be too quiet. Dooley kicks, corner. Back to Dooley now. He's going to drive. I believe he may have gotten a haircut there as he looks a bit different here tonight. Shot is blocked, but he was fouled on the play. 2 free throws for Dooley.
Some of the City fans didn't agree. They felt it was all ball, but ref saw it as contact, so Dooley's going to find his way to the line. That foul did go against Arnold. That's going to be his second team foul.
Dooley misses the first. Hollis Miller checks in for Cade McCormick. Ethan Riddle checks out in favor of Zaylin Edmiston.
Okay, yeah, they fixed that now on the scoreboard. I was like, that foul should have been against Reese.
Dooley misses the second. Still a 1-point lead for the Fayetteville City Tigers. 15-14 with just 45 seconds to go this quarter. Reese, an awkward shot there, no good. Rebounded by Andrews.
Yeah, tried to rush it and shoot over 3 defenders. Probably not a wise decision, but Raiders seeing if they can generate something here. Probably going to see if they'll hold for the last shot. Andrews says
Andrews,
no.
long three, no good. Fayetteville City has 22 seconds to work with. Thomas gets it to Barnett. Then they'll feed it back out to Arnold, who will take his time here, about 2 feet from the half-court stripe. He's guarded by Cooper Jackson. Dribbles, kicks, corner, Edmiston wide open, and he sinks it. And that will do it for the first quarter. 18-14, a bit of a surprise as Fayetteville City up by 4 after 1 quarter of action. We'll be back after a 1-minute timeout, back in 1 minute here on KSR Sports.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
We meet by accident, a play on words. But when you need us, we're there. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair is a trusted friend when you need auto repairs or auto body work. We specialize in making you feel at ease in a time that can be uncertain at best. We take the worry away and give you our very best. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair, a trusted friend when you need us. Call 363-0539 or drop by 716 North 1st Street, Pulaski.
And we're back here. 18-14 is your score as the Fayetteville City Tigers needed a 2-point win to even get to the semifinals here in that play-in game. But they look like they're here to play up by 4 to start the second quarter versus Richland.
Yeah, Raiders a little bit of a surprise and going to pass up high to McCormick, and he takes that lane strong because we keep saying there's 1 of 2 things. They're going to have to either let him go and get the bucket, or he's going to draw contact. This time he gets the contact from Jaden Thomas. Finds his way at the free throw line. Of course, those fouls do reset each quarter. Got to get to 5 is the magic number.
Struggling from the free throw line so far. First one missed here for McCormick. During the break, Jennifer chastised me for having the scoring incorrect. I did not. I was about to say, I counted it up. I think it's right.
Okay, maybe I can't count. So I can't count on my own sheet. Maybe that's why I was looking at mine.
Yeah, no, I think I have it right. 18-15 is your score now. As we'll get you some of those leading scores here in just a minute once we have a stoppage in play. Right now, Fayetteville City, bounce pass, it's Edmiston. He hit a shot just before the buzzer to give them that 4-point lead. Entering the second quarter, nice little bounce pass there from Thomas. An extra pass shot for Reese is good. Raiders continue to struggle defensively. 20-15, Fayetteville City leads. McCormick, he drives, and they're going to say out of bounds. Fayetteville City ball. I think McCormick was anticipating some contact there.
Yeah, I believe you're right. He had a great spin move, and then, like you said, just kind of misplayed, and it goes out of bounds off his leg.
On the other side, Fayetteville City looking to add to this 5-point advantage. Arnold calling for a screen. Edmiston, it's tipped on a kick ball. It will remain Fayetteville City basketball. Looking at some of your leading scores, you have 6 points for Reese, 5 for Arnold, 4 for Riddle, 3 for Edmiston, 2 for Thomas. It's tipped out of bounds once again, will remain Fayetteville City ball. Looking at the Raiders, you have 4 for Will Shirey, 3 Andrews, 3 Jack Jackson, 3 Cade McCormick, and 2 for Cooper Jackson. Reese pump fakes, loses it twice. And finally, they're going to call a tie up here. Will be Richland ball. They
awarded a timeout. No, yeah, they gave the timeout to Fayetteville City.
Yeah, I was wondering what the discussion was there, but yeah, they were calling the timeout for Fayetteville City. Only a 30-second timeout, so we will stick with you through it. 20-15, Raiders trail by 5 with 6:28 remaining in the second quarter. Jennifer, what do you think Richland needs to do better here in the second quarter to get back ahead at the half?
Yeah, I think they just need to settle in offensively. I think they're a little bit surprised. This is the best shooting effort we've seen from City all season. Like I said, they really just feel like a different team, and so just going to have to make the adjustments, tighten up on defense. Maybe came out not expecting so much from Fayetteville City. I think they're going to have to figure out how to fill those lanes a little quicker and then just get a bucket or two to go their favor.
Fayetteville City loses the ball. Cooper Jackson with the steal. Maybe the start of something here for the Raiders. Shirey drives the baseline. He'll feed it back out. Andrews off the dribble to the hoop. Spins. Shot fell, but they'll say he traveled before the attempt. Just kind of a funk, similar to what we saw versus Cornersville in the regular season finale for Richland. Reese on the left wing. They kick to Thomas in the corner. He'll drive with the left hand. Bounce pass. It's kicked twice. Going to say Fayetteville City ball.
Yeah, Coach Lowe's arguing that's not a kicked ball. It went off the back of Jack Jackson's heel like a bad pass. That's not usually considered a kicked ball, but I guess he just decided it went off a foot.
Edmiston will inbound to Thomas. This is a fairly young Fayetteville City team, by the way.
Well, I figured out my scoring. There's 2 Riddles on the.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So.
Riddle me this. Hey, Braden Arnold there with a nice three-pointer, his second of the night. He leads all scorers with 8, and Fayetteville City leads by 8. McCormick to the hoop. He puts it up and in. That's always a consistent play right there to get it to Cade McCormick in the paint. Still a 6-point lead, 23-17. Arnold, he'll take another 3. Couldn't get this one to go. Andrews, skies for the rebound. Shirey hands off to Cooper Jackson. Cade McCormick. Gets it back to Jackson. 3 from the corner. No good. Jackson fighting for the rebound, but Riddle will bring it down. City trying to run here. They lose the ball, though. Good job by McCormick to hit the deck, but not travel. He'll get it out to Will Shirey. And Richland head the other way on the fast break. In the corner, Jack Jackson wide open for 3, and it's good. First Realty Group three-pointer for Jack Jackson, his second of the night. Richland within 3, and Jason Lovelace wants a timeout.
Yeah, liking the adjustments he sees. And so Mark 30 seconds, so I assume we'll stay here.
Yep.
But, you don't want to stop momentum, but I think he wants to just kind of reward the guys and maybe kick it up a notch and see if they can cut into this 3-point deficit and get some things to go their way. Nice corner shot there from Jack Jackson, though. He's had a couple of those tonight.
If I had to guess what Jason's saying to the guys, a big thing is, one, they usually offensively rebound it better than they have here tonight. Rebounding and defense is what this team's about. And then their ability to shoot the 3 is what helps them pull away in some of these games. Offensively, they've been good enough tonight. But defensively, they've given up some shots that I don't think they're used to letting other teams hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they just got to kind of tighten up on those defensive lanes and get a few away, give themselves more offensive opportunities, crash the boards a little more.
I think a little miscommunication on the defense there. Thomas gets to the rack for 2. Not what you want to see out of a timeout. Richland on the other side. It's Lane Dooley in the corner. Quick passes here on the perimeter. Dooley will now pull it back out. McCormick spins through a triple team. He'll kick. Jack Jackson, can he get a third? Misses this one, but Will Shirey offensive board. And you hear the cheer from the crowd. Cade McCormick, a three-pointer. Oh, and he gets it. The big man making it rain from downtown for a first Realty Group three-pointer.
Steps in that right corner spot, same place Jackson just hit from a moment ago. And credit, though, Will Shirey with that offensive board going in after it.
25-23. Raiders were down by as many as 8, but back within 2. Fans starting to get into it a bit more. Jack Jackson nearly gets a steal there after Lane Dooley had tipped it away. Thomas now is going to walk on the Euro step.
Yeah, that might be allowed in professional ball a little more, but not so much here at the high school level.
We won't say who it was, but Scott Wade and Cody Derryberry and I were texting about one of the local referees from last night there in Hohenwald, and we were talking about the Euro step, and like, that man will never allow a Euro step. And most of the referees at this level don't like it. That's going to be a blocking foul down low. Cade McCormick, not a shooting foul, though. And so Richland will inbound. One thing I really will say for Fayetteville City, on the girls and the guys' side, they had some really poor seasons in terms of wins and losses. But they're playing their best basketball at the end of the year. And that is the one thing you always want to see from a team.
Yeah, that's the right time to get things together. So, yeah, that's what I said. This team does not look like what we saw regular season.
Yeah, I don't feel the same way about the Fayetteville City boys as I do the girls. The girls, you know, Chad had a great quote last night after the game. He said, this is a team that very easily could have won 12. They only won 4. There's a three-pointer from the corner, brought to you by First Realty Group for Jamison Andrews. And just like that, Raiders back ahead, 26-25. But back to that point, though, you know, I mean, they could have won 3 times as many games easily.
Yep. And
so you really can't trust what you saw in the win-loss column. It doesn't really speak to the talent that's on that girls' team.
It doesn't always tell the complete story, does it, Mark?
Arnold passes it out of bounds here. We're seeing a renewed pressure here from the Raiders on defense, and I think it's really paying off.
Yeah, I think that timeout that Lovelace took a little bit earlier, I think he talked through rebounding because you see the guys on a shot release, offensive, defensively really crashing in, and then they're really picking it up on defensive lanes.
Shirey gives it off to Jamison Andrews. Cade McCormick, he'll drive now. Jack Jackson kind of just ran a fullback there, is about to say in front of him. McCormick follows him, and he's going to be fouled at the rack. 2 free throws for McCormick. But that's funny. You don't usually see that play where
like
you hand it off, and basically he's your lead blocker. You follow him to the hoop.
We're going to see McCormick at the line again.
First free throw is good for McCormick. He leads all scorers now with 9 points. Is the leading scorer for the Raiders on the year, and only a junior of note.
That foul was on Arnold, his second personal. That's going to be the 4th team foul. So with 2.5 left to play in this second quarter, next foul puts him at the line automatically for the Raiders.
28-25. Raiders on top by 3 with 2:20 remaining. Here's a steal from Cooper Jackson. Ooh, Jackson has it tipped away. What will they say? They're going to say Fayetteville City basketball. Jackson definitely stole it, and then it was tipped back. I thought that one was going to go to Richland.
Yeah, I did too. I think Cooper did too, because he turned around trying to, and then he kind of like, wait, what? Because
well, you know what?
And you can tell he didn't hustle to try to get it back, save it back out. So
Bruce Carter into the game, had been starting most of the year for Fayetteville City. Surprised to not see him in the starting lineup tonight, but just made his first appearance.
Will Riddle, the other Riddle, in for Fayetteville City as well.
But the Raiders steal.
Yep. See, that defense really has kind of kicked it out now.
McCormick, can he hit a second three? He can. Don't sleep on the big man from downtown. It's a First Realty Group 3-point basket. He's been on fire this quarter, 11 points in the second quarter. I believe that's a full timeout. Indeed, it is. 31-25. Richland leads with 1:56 remaining in the second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back in 30 seconds here on KSR Sports.
This is Jill Kilburn with Big Green Dumpster. Whether you're cleaning out the garage or tackling a renovation, we've got you covered. We have 4 dumpster sizes, 11 to 30 yards. Order before 1 p.m. for same-day delivery. We offer demolition and junk removal. We offer a contractor's discount and include a direct text line for prompt service. Serving Middle Tennessee and North Alabama, our prices are online, so book now at biggreendumpster.pro or call 931-903-2424. Big Green Dumpster.
And we're back once again. Still trying to kind of play with the audio here, as we're both on the radio and also on stream for those listening in. And as a result, we're a little quiet on one, a little too hot on the other. We're trying to thread the needle between those two. But
finding that sweet spot.
One of 3 games you're going to get a chance to hear today on KSR. Of course, Giles County girls already won their district semifinal by 10 points over Tullahoma there, beating the 1 seed. And then after the Raiders play versus Fayetteville City now, they're up by 6 with 1.5 minutes to go. Oh, Cade McCormick wide open, puts it up, puts it in. McCormick having one of the best quarters of his life here. Richland was down by 8 this quarter. They're now up by 8 this quarter, Jennifer.
Yeah, 16-point turnaround, but Andrews was the one that did the work, makes the steal on the defensive end, and goes down in a great pass in from Andrews.
Believe it or not, there is another game here tonight. It doesn't start till 8:30 for the Giles County boys as they play versus Marshall County.
There's another defensive turnover, forcing Fayetteville City to turn the ball over.
33-25 with 55 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Raiders up by 8. Andrews gets it to Hollis Miller. Andrews back out about 6-7 feet back from the three-point arc. Looks like Raiders might try to hold it here. McCormick on the block. McCormick, he's going to take it himself here. Whoa, what a move through the double team. McCormick, 2 more points, and the Raiders lead by double digits.
Just dribbles his way around a couple of defenders.
And a quick missed shot there. And Raiders will have the ball up by 10 with 16 seconds to go. Shirey into the corner, it's McCormick. Working around here. Andrews wide open, but about 4 feet back from the arc. He'll go ahead and take it. No good. 3 seconds. Hollis Miller gets the rebound. He puts it up. No good. And that will do it. 35-25 is your score at the half. Raiders, a huge second quarter run, puts them up by double digits at the break. We'll take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back with some halftime stats and thoughts here from Lynchburg. Back in 3 minutes here on KSR Sports.
Attention Giles County residents, looking for your next career opportunity? Look no further than M&M Staffing, your trusted local staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper and recruiters Cree Holt and Mercedes Houston are all proud members of Giles County who understand our community inside and out. At M&M Staffing, we're your neighbors supporting local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes that matter to you. Visit us on Facebook, step into our office, or apply online at mnmstaffing.net. You can also give us a call at 931-347-4255. M&M Staffing, your bridge to a brighter future in Giles County.
Natural gas safety tips brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas. Call before you dig. Don't hit a buried gas line. Before you dig or move earth in any way, call your local one-call number or utility locator service. They can tell you the location of buried natural gas lines, power lines, and other utilities so you can dig safely. These tips are brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas, 363-1752, 363-1752.
When it comes to your family's health, you can count on Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Pulaski. We're focused on keeping you at your best with annual screenings and preventative care. Having a family doctor helps you stay healthy, so our Southern Tennessee Medical Group makes it easy to find one. Call 1-800-424-DOCS. That's 1-800-424-3627, or visit southerntmpulaski.com to find a primary care physician.
First Realty Group has been serving Giles and Lawrence County and beyond for decades. We're first because we have the best selection of land, homes, and commercial properties to choose from. Our fair price promise means you can shop with peace of mind locally and with customer care not found elsewhere. We also understand the buying process and what it takes to make it easy, from title to escrow to closing. First Realty Group. First for a reason. Visit frg1.com for all of your buying needs in Giles County.
Fans, from the coin toss to the final quarter, stay refreshed with an ice-cold Coca-Cola as you cheer on the Raiders. Just head to the concession stand and grab the perfect refreshment to share with fellow fans. Share a Coke with a teammate, a rival, or a friend this season. Thank you for choosing Pulaski Coca-Cola. It's time to load up on the best snacks and some delicious ice-cold Coke for all your game day guests. Nothing tastes like everyone you love and everything you like coming together. Coca-Cola. Together taste better.
And we're back here. I'm Mark Mize. She's Jennifer Hawkins. Here at the half, the Richland Raiders boys team up 35-25 over Fayetteville City. Jennifer, the Raiders outscored Fayetteville City 21-7 in the second quarter. But importantly, Cade McCormick outscored Fayetteville City 15-7 in that second quarter. He's got a game-high 17.
Yeah, I had a master class in that second quarter, and that's what we've kind of said is just get him the ball and let him do the work. But what was interesting, it wasn't all points from the paint. The big guy steps out and takes some from downtown and hits a couple threes to add to his total. So he's got 17 here at the half, 15 of those coming in the second quarter. And it's like something switched for them kind of midway through or partially into that second quarter. It was after that timeout. Lovelace, you know, they were getting a little momentum, but he really just had them kick it up a notch. They really started cleaning up defensively and really getting offensive boards, but finally shots were falling too. So it takes a little pressure off when you get a few from downtown. You know, Jack Jackson hit a few, and then Andrews, McCormick, Jackson all hit from that same spot. I was like, give them the ball there, whoever it is. Yeah. Just let them shoot and let them go. So different team look for the Raiders in the second quarter.
Absolutely. Once again, started with defense, but the offense really, really took off there. got to be one of their best offensive quarters of the season there, especially for young Cade McCormick there, as he hit a pair of First Realty Group three-pointers. Really not usually what you think of in his bag of tricks, but that shows he can shoot that. They just want him down low, if nothing else, because when someone else has missed the shot, who's going to offensive rebound? You know, Cade McCormick there, and so impressed with what he brought there in the second quarter. Richland, this is the kind of game we expected, not the performance where they were down by 8, but the performance now where they have just absolutely blown Fayetteville City out in the second quarter to take a 35-25 lead at the half. Looking at those leading scorers, 17 for Cade McCormick, as we mentioned a moment ago. 6 points apiece for Jamison Andrews and Jack Jackson. 4 points for Will Shirey, 2 for Cooper Jackson. As for Fayetteville City, you have 8 for Braden Arnold, 6 for Kassan Reese, 4 for Ethan Riddle, 4 for Jaden Thomas, and 3 for Zaylen Edmiston.
That's what I've got too. We're matching up finally, Mark. And no, but I mean, it comes down to, credit a little bit to Fayetteville City. They had a really well done first quarter. They had 18 points in that first quarter. That's a big quarter because that's not really what we were expecting from them. They were really hitting shots in the first, but like we mentioned, could they continue that momentum? Sometimes you come out for a big game, you get up, you hit shots, you kind of surprise people. They got up by 8. Raiders, though, way to battle back, not get in a panic, and just play their style ball and kind of come out and say, no, you're not going to steal this one away from us. We're going to dominate here. This is our ball game, and we're going to make those adjustments, and they did in that second quarter with that 21-point performance.
Absolutely. 35-25 at the half. Richland has taken the lead here in the district semifinals. Remember, whoever wins here tonight will be playing in the championship Tuesday night versus the winner of Moore County and Cornwall. But we're going to take another timeout, and we'll be back with the start of the third quarter. 10-point lead for the Raiders, back in 3 minutes here on KSR Sports.
May Oil Company, a 4th-generation family-owned business, is a supplier of fuel products and specialty lubricants serving Pulaski, Giles County, and southern Middle Tennessee from our offices and warehouse at 619 South 4th Street, Pulaski. May Oil Company is also a proud supporter of Giles County Bobcat and Richland Raiders sports. May Oil Company, supporting our Middle Tennessee communities for generations. 931-363-3704.
This is Clay Doggett, your state representative for District 70, and I'm proud to share what makes Giles County such a special place to call home. From our rich history and strong values to our thriving local businesses and hardworking families, Giles County is built on community pride. We're blessed with beautiful farmland, vibrant small towns, and neighbors who always lend a helping hand. Whether it's gathering for local events, supporting our schools, or growing opportunities for the next generation, Giles County continues to be a shining example of Tennessee's best.
We've been cutting prices at Murray Chevrolet GMC. There are amazing red tag deals throughout our lot. Just look for the red hang tags and windows to find the very best deals in our inventory, like the Black Widow Edition Silverado 1500 RST with $12,000 off, or the 2025 Corvette E-Ray with over $14,000 in rebates. Many more great deals with thousands off on 2025 trucks. Swing through or visit our website, murraychevrolet.com, for all the info.
This is Mike Keith for Winterburn and Associates Insurance. Winterburn Insurance is a full-service insurance agency, meaning they can help you with virtually every kind of personal insurance. Keep them in mind for auto, home, life, and health. Winterburn and Associates Insurance has been serving Giles County and the surrounding area for nearly 70 years, so they truly are a trusted choice. Get a quote online at winterburninsurance.com or call 363-8638. Winterburn and Associates Insurance, proud members of the Insurers of Tennessee.
Hey, buddy, wear the throwback uniform.
Well, boys, you see, it's to celebrate the glory days, the pride, the passion, the tradition.
Wow, what could be better than wearing a throwback uniform on game day?
How about throwing back a green and gold citrusy sun-drop soda in a throwback bottle while wearing my throwback uniform on game day?
The pride, the passion, the tradition.
Throwback a green and gold sun-drop today.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
And we're back here. I'm Mark Mize. She's Jennifer Hawkins here on KSR Sports. Richland Raiders lead by 10 at the half over Fayetteville City. And actually, if you're listening to the stream and have Jennifer's number, text and let us know if that's a little better. I made a change there that I think improved the audio quite a bit. Cade McCormick puts one up. He had 17 in the first half. Can't get this one to go, though. Jaden Thomas out and running for three. Arnold hits it.
Arnold, we've seen him hit a few of those tonight. Connects for his third. He's got one each quarter.
Cade McCormick kicks. Will Shirey from the three corner. Oh, banks it in there. What a shot there for Will Shirey.
Yeah, from downtown, and so several of the Raiders getting on that three-ball action. I think the only one missing one out of the starters is Cooper Jackson, but the night's still young.
38-28 is your score. 6:57 remaining in the third quarter. Arnold bounce pass. Reese, he's going to drive with the left hand. Trapped versus McCormick. McCormick blocks his shot. He gets it back, though. Now Thomas will be fouled. 2 free throws coming for Thomas.
And they're going to call contact from Cade McCormick. That's going to be his second personal. First team foul into this third quarter for the Raiders.
And first one is good for Thomas. Two for two.
So Thomas getting the work done from the charity stripe.
8-point lead for the Raiders, 38-30. They do a good job of breaking the press there. Now Cooper Jackson to the hoop. No good, though, at the rim. But Jamison Andrews steps into a passing lane, gets it to Will Shirey. His shot no good. Tipped around out of bounds. Fayetteville City basketball.
Shirey's, I think, partially blocked because he had a good line on it. Good recovery there from Andrews to get the steal. Just can't finish offensively. So kind of a little bit of the start we saw from the beginning of the game.
Obvious travel there. Jack Jackson is
even on the court. He tried
livid.
to motion it. Yeah.
I mean, he's right, but you can't stop and beg for a call there.
Yeah.
Either you get it or you don't.
Just don't see that much every day that the player on the court tries to call it for the ref.
Raiders 8-point lead. Reese drives. Reese, he puts it up off glass. It's good. Reese up to 8 points now. He's your second leading scorer for City. Arnold with 11. McCormick, loses the ball, gets it back. Might have a tie-up here. Indeed, we will. Richland basketball on the tie-up. Lead has dwindled now to 6 points, but remember, Raiders, huge second quarter. Outscored City 21-7 in the frame. 15 of those points in the second quarter were via Cade McCormick.
Hollis Miller into the game for the Raiders. Cooper Jackson's going to take a seat for a bit.
And a soccer pass there from Will Shirey to Cade McCormick in the backcourt there, just making sure they get that inbound in. McCormick hands off to Andrews. Andrews to the hoop, and it's good. Off the glass for 2 for Andrews. (40-32). They kick. Wide open three-pointer, and it's good for Reese.
So these Fayetteville City Tigers kind of trying to have a performance like they did in the first quarter. Coming out strong, hitting buckets, keeping it interesting. 5-point lead for the Raiders.
I just haven't seen them play offense like this year.
I didn't know they could hit this many shots, to be honest. And I'm not trying to sound mean, but this is really not what we've seen.
Kick, McCormick, can he hit a third three? He cannot. Rebounded by Thomas. Thomas out and running. Arnold steps into a three. No good, rebounded by Jack Jackson, but it's tipped away. Thomas has it now. It's tipped away again, but this time they're going to say a reach-in foul against Richland.
Yeah, and I think that's going to go against McCormick, so that's going to be his third suddenly. So they've got his number down.
You hate to see him come out of the game because he's been your first, second, and third best offensive piece so far in the game.
Well, and that's a foul you just kind of hate to see because the ball was kind of bouncing around. Nobody really had really good possession of it yet. So everybody's kind of reaching in, and McCormick gets the whistle. I think sometimes he's the biggest one on the court. That's the easiest number to spot. So I think he gets more notice. But Raiders are in timeout right now. So can they go on a little bit of a run, extend this 5-point lead with 4:43 left in the third? But more importantly, you can't really have a lot of minutes with McCormick on the bench, but that's where he's going to be for a bit.
Wouldn't be surprised if you see him come back toward the final minute of the third quarter here. Just too important to leave there on the bench. Barnett gives it off to Reese. Reese, handoff here to Arnold. Arnold's probably been their best offensive weapon here tonight. Has hit a couple deep threes. Bounce pass. Riddle, they're going to say he was pushed. Another foul against Richland.
That's going to be an inbound play, though, because Richland's at 3 team fouls. That foul went against Miller.
And it's stolen, but they're going to call another foul. You know, I don't think there's anything illicit happening here, but Richland probably hasn't gotten the better end of the calls here tonight, if you had to guess.
Well, that was one. I mean, they were already taken off to the other end of the court.
Yeah, I don't know about the last couple, but once again, you know, you'll have a few of those. That's just adversity you have to overcome. Three-pointer from the corner for Arnold. That is his 4th of the night. 40-38 is your score. Raiders still up by 2, but things starting to get a little more dangerous here in Lynchburg. Andrews trapped. Got to get rid of it. Trying to steal it here. Shirey finally comes down with it. Raiders keep possession. Shirey to Miller in the corner. Miller up top to Jack Jackson. Working around the perimeter here. Now Andrews will drive to the hoop. Loses it, gets it back. Bounce pass to Cooper Jackson. And finally Jamison Andrews, corner 3. No good. Rebounded by Fayetteville City. A 2-point lead for Richland with 3:30 remaining in the third quarter.
That's a double dribble.
Double dribble.
Arnold picked up his dribble like he was going to pass and then continued on.
Definition of an unforced error there is no one really even that close to him on the play.
Jack Jackson didn't even have to correct him on that one. So.
On the floor for the Raiders, it's Hollis Miller, Lane Dooley, Jamison Andrews,
I
Jack
think Miller's
Jackson.
coming out, yeah.
Yeah, Miller coming out. So let's do that again. Jamison Andrews, Lane Dooley, Jack Jackson, Will Shirey, and Cooper Jackson. Will Shirey playing the part of point guard on this possession. Gives it off to Jack Jackson. They get Andrews wide open top of the key. No good. Cooper Jackson gets the offensive board. Raiders get new life here. They get to Andrews down low. Andrews puts it up. His shot partially blocked, but he was also fouled on the play. 2 free throws coming for Andrews.
That's going to go against Ethan Riddle. Maybe got him clean up top, but I really think he got him with the body. Regardless, Andrews is going to be at the free throw line and gets the shooter's bounce.
Just good, clean living there on that free throw attempt. That hit every part of the rim, bounced on the back of the rim twice, and then fell home for a point. Andrews hits both. He's up to 10 points now. Raiders lead up to 4. They're ahead 42-38 with 3:05 remaining in the third.
Andrews going to get a little bit of a rest. Nathan Price back into the game for the Raiders.
That's tough to have Andrews and McCormick on the bench at the same time. That's 2 of your top 3 scorers. Shirey and Riddle going to be a tie-up. Possession arrow remains Fayetteville City.
Yeah, Shirey just, I mean, trying to reach in and fight for that.
Kind of a lob pass in there to Thomas. Thomas hits it.
Gonna see a little more full court press here from City.
Raiders do beat it. Shirey kicks. Cooper Jackson. Three is no good. Rebound there for Jaden Thomas. His shot no good on the other end. And going to have a foul on the floor against Richland. That is their 5th foul, though. So I believe that will result in free throws for number 30, Niles Barnett, who some of you will remember was the starting quarterback for Fayetteville City, only a freshman.
Yeah, Will Shirey picks up his first personal, but like you said, more importantly, 2:53 left in this third, and that is the 5th team foul. That's the magic number now, folks. So every time Raiders commit a foul the rest of this quarter, Fayetteville City will be at the free throw line for 2.
First free throw is good for Barnett. Richland in need of another run like we saw in the second quarter. Barnett goes 2 for 2, and we have a tie ball game, 42-42, with 2:50 remaining in the third. Jackson gets it up to Lane Dooley. They do beat the full court press. Cooper Jackson hands it off to Dooley again. Price in the corner, working it back around. Jack Jackson spins, bounce pass. Whoa, what a run, what a pass. Jackson finds Jameson Andrews, who soars to the basket for 2.
Yeah, great team connection there.
On their side, I think there was someone lost a defender there as Riddle gets wide open. He connects to tie the game up again. Riddle on the other side. Price gets it to Jameson Andrews. He couldn't get it to go, though. Jaden Thomas to Riddle. His shot no good.
Some of the Raider faithful asking a lot of contact on that rebound, and no call, but got to play through it.
Price, he'll take a 3. No good. Rebounded by Cooper Jackson. Feeds it back out. 1:37 remaining in the third. It's a tie ball game, 44-all for those just tuning in. Richland versus Fayetteville City here in the District 9A semifinals. Jack Jackson on the wing. Gives it up top to Price. Jackson will get it back and take a 3. This one no good. And they get Riddle wide open on the transition pass there. Riddle scores, and Fayetteville City takes their first lead of the second half, 46-44.
Remember, doing all this, McCormick on the bench with 3 fouls.
Cooper Jackson, pull-up jumper. No good. Raiders just can't buy a basket here late in the third. Under a minute to go here in the third. 2-point advantage for Fayetteville City. They're going to hold it.
Yeah, as I say, they're going to wait for this last shot.
Reese through traffic. He gets within about 6 feet of the basket, then he throws it way back out to the half-court stripe to Arnold. With 30 seconds, they'll start the offense here. Thomas, corner. But they'll slow things down again. 18 seconds and counting now. Thomas drives. Going to call a blocking foul against Cooper Jackson. Jaden Thomas will head to the line for 2 free throws, as there were already 5 team fouls.
Yeah, that is Jackson's second personal. Cooper Jackson, that is.
Thomas's first shot, no good. 2-point lead for Fayetteville City. They have 1 more free throw, but then the Raiders have 9.5 seconds to potentially try to tie this one up or take the lead heading to the fourth. He does hit the second. 47-44. Shirey. Three-pointer. No good. Thomas going to get a shot at the buzzer. No good off the back iron. 47-44. Fayetteville City up by 3 entering the fourth. Can the Raiders rebound to head to the district championship? We'll find out in 1 minute. Back in 1 minute here on KSR Sports.
This is Jill Kilburn with Big Green Dumpster. Whether you're cleaning out the garage or tackling a renovation, we've got you covered. We have 4 dumpster sizes, 11 to 30 yards. Order before 1 p.m. for same-day delivery. We offer demolition and junk removal. We offer a contractor's discount and include a direct text line for prompt service. Serving Middle Tennessee and North Alabama, our prices are online, so book now at bigggreendumpster.pro or call 931-903-2424. Big Green Dumpster.
First National Bank is an independent community bank. Being independent allows us to be innovative, to adapt and respond quickly and efficiently to your financial needs. We know the needs of this area. Our interest and our loyalty are to the people who live and work here. They are more than names and faces. They're our friends and our neighbors. Together, we're making communities great. Member FDIC.
And we're back here. 47-44. Raiders trail entering the fourth. Jennifer, I think you had a shout out.
Yeah, don't forget next Wednesday night, track team needs your support at the Amigos in Linville. 4 to close. Part of the proceeds go and help that program. Go get you some good old Mexican food.
Going to have a foul down low against Jaden Thomas. Raiders have the first possession of the fourth quarter, but really as good as the second quarter was for the Raiders was as bad as the third quarter was. They outscored their opponent 21-7 in the second. They were outscored 22-9 in the third. Andrews at the rim, shot no good, tipped out of bounds. It will remain Richland basketball. It's one of those times where you just have to dig deep here, because if you want to host the first round of region and have a trip to the district championship, you got to win this one. Dooley gives it back to Will Shirey in the corner. Gabe McCormick is back on the court of note. Had 15 points in the second quarter alone, but sat for most of the third quarter with 3 fouls. Dooley to the hoop, puts it in for 2.
Yeah, great stop and go there for Dooley. Lets his defender get around him and then just lays it in. Raider faithful again getting loud with the defense chant.
I would venture Fayetteville City is probably going to try to slow down the fourth quarter, though. They lead by 1.
Yeah.
Thomas trying to go in the ISO versus Jack Jackson. Jackson rebuffs him the first time. Thomas going to be called for an offensive foul. Will Shirey got the charge.
Yeah, Shirey saw him driving in, and Thomas, as good as he's been, you know, when he got that ball, he was headed to the hoop, and Shirey sets up, takes the charge.
I believe that's his 4th, right? He's had 2 in less than a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find.
It's what the scoreboard says.
Yes, it was covered up under my stuff, and I couldn't find my numbers.
Jameis Andrews gets free, but then it's stolen from behind. It'll be tipped out of bounds. Richland maintains possession. Raiders have the ball, trailing by 1, 6:41 remaining in the fourth. Shirey, the inbound, gets it into McCormick. Hands off to Shirey, he'll drive. Shirey, a little stop and go there, and he scored. Retake the lead, 48-47.
I like Raiders working that paint really well here to open the fourth.
Arnold has it, working against Dooley. Arnold spins, puts up a shot off glass, no good. Raiders 3 straight defensive stops to start the fourth. They have the ball up by 1. Shirey working against Arnold. Lane Dooley in the corner. McCormick, he's going to drive. McCormick to the hoop, and it's good. Raiders have found something here to start the fourth. Fitzgerald Hopkins doesn't like what he sees. Timeout on the floor for Fayetteville City after Richland comes back up 50-47 with 5:57 remaining in the fourth. Jennifer, your thoughts?
Well, I was just going to say, we're talking about they're working inside that paint. The fans are even encouraging it now because right as they cross the timeline on that last possession, they're like, go inside. I mean, several of the fans, it's working. Fayetteville City not able to stop. I think they've been worried so much about McCormick, but now Shirey Dooley doing some work down low to get some points generated. You doesn't always have to work from the perimeter. You got to give what you're, take what you're given, and so Raiders making it work in that post position down on the blocks.
They really haven't even had a bad night from beyond the arc. They've hit 7 so far. Pretty standard for them. But I really think it comes down to the defense. They've had quite a few possessions. I mean, at this point, you may let Fayetteville City get to 60, and that's not a place they've gotten to many times this year. Raiders up by 3. Reese feeds it out top to Arnold. He's guarded by Jack Jackson. Jackson pestering him there.
Raiders getting close to those 5-second calls.
Dooley working against Barnett. They try to trap Arnold here, and it works. McCormick gets the steal.
Yeah, Arnold in kind of a panic throws up a errant pass.
McCormick, what a spin move to the hoop. 2 steps, and he goes from the three-point line to the bucket. He now has 21.
Smooth. I mean, just that fantastic spin move, and City had no stop for it.
Arnold nearly throws it out of bounds here. Riddle does get it. Three-pointer, and it's no good for Barnett. Fayetteville City cold to start the fourth quarter, and Richland a chance to start to pull away here.
Yeah, just got to be consistent, kind of get themselves back in rhythm.
Jackson gives it up to Shirey. Dooley, he's going to drive, kicks, Jackson. McCormick now will drive baseline. McCormick spins, kicks. They'll reset. Shirey, he'll drive baseline. Shirey puts up the floater. No good. McCormick, offensive board. Raiders getting every hustle point this period. McCormick kicks, three-pointer. No good, though, for Will Shirey. Fayetteville City rebounds. Arnold, three-pointer, it's good. Arnold has just been unconscious tonight. Pulls his team within 2.
Yeah, hitting him big moments. He's not even stepping up close to that perimeter line. He's from deep on those top of the key, that 3 was, and makes it look easy.
He's had 5 three-pointers here tonight. 52-50, Raiders up by 2 with under 4 to go. They'll leave Andrews open for 3. Can't get it, though. McCormick can't save it out of bounds. Fayetteville City ball.
Got us a ball game, Mark. 2-point lead for the Raiders, 3:46 left.
A nail-biter here in the district semifinals.
Not at all what anybody expected, I don't think, out of this matchup from what we'd seen early from City in the regular season.
Arnold puts it up off glass. It's good, and the foul. Arnold will have a chance for a 3-point play.
Ties it up with the spin move, but draws the contact, and they're going to get Jack Jackson. That's his first personal.
To your point, the Raiders won the regular season matchups by combined 52 points.
Right.
That's 26 points per game. No good there on the free throw. Still tied 52-52. Timeout Raiders. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. 52-52. Don't you dare turn that dial here with 3:25 remaining in the fourth. Back in 30 seconds here on KSR Sports.
Attention Giles County residents, looking for your next career opportunity? Look no further than M&M Staffing, your trusted local staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper and recruiters Cree Holt and Mercedes Houston are all proud members of Giles County who understand our community inside and out. At M&M Staffing, we're your neighbors supporting local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes that matter to you. Visit us on Facebook, step into our office, or apply online at mnmstaffing.net. You can also give us a call at 931-347-4255. M&M Staffing, your bridge to a brighter future in Giles County.
Raiders tied up 52 all here in the district semifinals versus Fayetteville City. 3:25 remaining in the fourth. Raider basketball. But Fayetteville City, a team with only 3 wins in the regular season, has taken Richland to the brink.
Yeah, Raiders, you know, they had kind of that poor showing in the third quarter. That's really kind of the difference in the game overall. Came out strong this fourth, but the Tigers just hanging around.
Will Shirey in the corner. Kicks it back out to Jack Jackson. Andrews. Raiders moving it around the horn here. Dooley drives, bounce pass. Oh, what a play there by Dooley to Andrews for 2. Raiders back up, 54-52.
Yeah, great vision. Looks like he's going to drive himself. Andrews gets him on the pickup.
Reese has it on the wing, guarded by Dooley. He's trying to create off the dribble here. They're going to say a blocking foul. Only 2:44 remaining. Richland up by 2. Fayetteville City will be inbounding.
That's 2 team fouls for the Raiders. That's going to go against Dooley, his first of the game.
Arnold inbounds. Out to Riddle.
On the floor for the Raiders, Jack Jackson, Shirey, McCormick.
Shot is blocked by Will Shirey, out of bounds though. It'll still remain Fayetteville City ball.
Also Andrews and Cooper Jackson. So you got your starting 5 in for the Raiders. Probably what you want to see this last 2.5 minutes.
Reese. His shot is good, 54-54. Gets another little jump pass there. On the inbound. They get to Jackson. McCormick on the low block. Raiders really have been struggling to stop Fayetteville City on the drives. Here's a shot, no good. Then we're having over the back called against Cade McCormick, his 4th. But with 2:02 to go, can't imagine you can afford to take him out here.
Yeah, so that's a big key foul, but I mean, you can't pull him here. You're going to have to let him try to go this last 2 minutes.
Raiders need to string together those stops that we saw at the start of the fourth quarter. There's a charge called against Riddle. That's a big one.
Yeah, and it's big because who took that charge was Cade McCormick, because if that call goes the other way, that's a big deal. And Riddle, though, he just powered in and ran over McCormick.
Tie ball game, 54 all with 1:50 remaining in the fourth. Cooper Jackson will bring it up. Every possession counts here for the Raiders in the fourth. Shirey gets it to Andrews. Bounce pass to McCormick. Working it back out. Oh, it's stolen by Arnold. Raiders can't afford that now. Fayetteville City has the ball in a tie ball game. 3 team fouls for both clubs. Fayetteville City, I think they're going to take a while on this possession if they can. Riddle, turnaround, no good. Rebounded by McCormick. Raiders. McCormick to the hoop, and it's good. McCormick takes a pro step there and scores at the rack. Under a minute. Jinx. Timeout for Hopkins and Fayetteville City. We're going to stick with you no matter what it is here. Under a minute to go, Raiders by 2. It is a full timeout. But Jennifer, probably one of the tightest ball games I can remember this season. You probably didn't expect for it to come versus Fayetteville City in the district semifinals.
I honestly didn't, just because, the Raiders had been so dominant against this team. And Fayetteville City, I mean, you think back over the season, they just didn't look strong offensively, didn't have an answer defensively. I mean, so kudos to their coaching staff and adjustments that they've made, because, I mean, honestly, this does not look like we're watching the same Tiger team.
Yeah. Richland, though, if they get a stop here, suddenly they have a big advantage because they basically have to foul you. You're probably not going to play offense if you don't have to. But if they hit a shot here, then suddenly you wonder if Richland holds it for the last shot, or if they feel like with Cade McCormick with 4 fouls, if they don't want to potentially take a chance at overtime.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to just kind of clean it up because you notice on that last play, he kind of had to let Riddle go and be glad he missed the shot because he really couldn't play full defense against him.
They inbound to Thomas. 53 seconds between one of these teams and potentially a district championship appearance. Thomas working to his left against Shirey. Looking to drive here, hands off to Arnold. Arnold back to Thomas. Thomas drives. Blocking foul. Was not a shooting foul, and that was the 4th team foul against Richland.
Shirey called on that block. That's his second.
39 seconds.
Yep.
They get it into Riddle. Riddle hands off to Reese. Reese gets a wide open shot there to Barnett, who scores. Raiders now tied, 56 points. Steal from Thomas. Thomas the other way. He scores, 22 seconds. Thomas takes the lead for Fayetteville City. Timeout for Coach Jason Lovelace and the Raiders here. 17 seconds, and Richland trails by 2 here in the district semifinals.
Assistant coach Matt Miller stepping out, making sure where the inbound's going to come from. So 17 seconds to draw something up. And Mark, I don't know, I think everybody's a little bit in shock right here, especially in that last little sequence.
Thomas allowing him to steal the ball and get a coast-to-coast lay-in for 2. You can't have that. But not over yet for the Raiders.
Like you mentioned, though, if Raiders can get one to go, push it to overtime, you do have McCormick with the 4 fouls. That's a big factor. Or do you draw it up, look for a perimeter shot? You know, the paint, inside the paint's been working well for the Raiders tonight.
Problem is, too, if you get a quick basket, you have 4 fouls, you can't foul them.
Right.
As Moore County and Cornsville's fans getting into it, too, against the Raiders. That's the penalty of being on top. Jackson will inbound. Gets it into Shirey. 15 seconds. Shirey brings it up. Hand off to Jamison Andrews. Back to Shirey. Shirey bounce pass. Andrews. Andrews puts it up, puts it in. Tie game. 5 seconds. Arnold to the half court. At the buzzer. No good. We're head to overtime, Jennifer.
Absolutely. It's kind of what you maybe expected the way this game was headed. Big bucket, good draw-up design from Coach Jason Lovelace. Good feed-in dish. Andrews does hit the crucial bucket to send it in overtime. So 4 minutes. Is that right? Is
yes.
4 or 5? Okay,
4
4
minutes of overtime.
Yeah, I was just checking the numbers up there, and I thought they were changing it. But, yeah, so we'll get 4 more minutes of action. So Raiders got to put together some of that momentum that we saw in that second quarter. And can they kind of swing back the momentum? You feel like the entire 3/4 of the gym is against you here because everybody wants to see the number 1 seed upset.
Yeah. And they're in that situation. The Thomas steal so huge because otherwise Andrews' shot potentially the game winner.
True.
But you give up admittedly a steal that you had no that shouldn't have happened. You can't let a turnover like that happen with under a minute to go. But 58-58 with 4 minutes remaining in overtime now as we head to the extra period. We'll be back in 1 minute. Back in 1 minute here on KSR Sports.
Natural gas safety tips brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas. Call before you dig. Don't hit a buried gas line. Before you dig or move earth in any way, call your
Change that to
local
30
one-call
seconds,
number or
Elijah.
utility
Change that to
locator
30
service.
seconds.
They can tell you the location of buried
30-second
natural
timeout.
gas lines, power lines, and other utilities so you can dig safely. These tips are brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas, 363-1752, 363-1752.
Overtime between Richland and Fayetteville City here in the district semifinals. Arnold will drive as the Fayetteville City Tigers won the opening tip of the extra period. Arnold passes tip by Lane Dooley, but City gets it back. Barnett to Riddle. Riddle on the low block. Kicks it back up to Thomas outside the arc.
On the floor for the Raiders, Jack Jackson, Shirey, Andrews, Dooley, and McCormick.
Thomas just taking his time here. 3:15 to go, and that's the problem when you get the first possession is you have the other team on the back foot. Thomas kicks to Riddle. Riddle has the ball stolen. Andrews, he's out and running. Nearly loses it. Kicks. Shirey, bounce pass down low. McCormick, he wants to go up. He does for two. 2-point lead for the Raiders, 60-58. Now City has to play offense. Reese trying to get in isolation here versus Dooley. Maybe a walk, maybe a travel, but they call neither. Thomas will pull it back out. Reese, he's going to drive, puts up an awkward shot there, but he gets it to go. Tied up 60 all. 2.5 remaining in overtime. McCormick, he'll drive. McCormick to the hoop. It rolls home, flushes after rolling all the way around the rim.
A couple of times, everybody kind of holds their breath in anticipation if it's going to fall in or out.
27 for McCormick, 62-60. Raiders back on top. 2:11 remaining in overtime. Going to call a blocking foul against, I believe, Cade McCormick.
Yeah, I think so, and if so, that is a big one, as that is going to have to send McCormick to the bench the last 2 minutes.
Can the Raiders get it done without their star player here? Reese will be at the line for 2 free throws.
So Cooper Jackson going to check in for McCormick and gets a huge round of applause from Raider Nation. McCormick really put in big minutes tonight. And remember, all those points, and he spent a lot of the third quarter on the bench.
The first free throw is no good. If I'm Richland and they miss both, I'm holding the ball.
Yeah.
You're forcing me to shoot free throws. You're not getting extra offensive possessions. He does hit the second. 1-point advantage for the Raiders, 2:08 remaining. Richland beats the press, front court. Jack Jackson hands off to Cooper Jackson. You were saying, Jennifer?
I was just going to say, you got to take care of the basketball. Don't have to get in a rush. You do have the 1-point lead. No silly passes.
Lane Dooley feeds it back up to Will Shirey. Shirey pulls it out. Raiders taking their time here. Andrews, he's going to drive. Andrews, floater. It's good. 64-61, Raiders.
1:30 left.
Arnold drives. Shot blocked by Andrews, but the foul is committed. Free throws coming with 1:24 remaining.
Yeah, clean block up top, gets him with the body down low. So that is going to be Andrews, his first foul, 5th team foul. And Arnold, we know he can hit threes. Can he hit free throws? They're having to clean up some of the perspiration that ended up on the court after Arnold went down.
Big free throws here. You can't tie the game, but if he misses at least one of these, Richland in a pretty good spot if they get the ball back. Arnold misses the first.
So you got a box out here. Secure a rebound if it's a miss.
He does hit the second. 64-62 with 1:24 remaining in the fourth. Full timeout on the floor, but we will not take it as well. Want to stick with you through this one. So Cade McCormick, a game-high 27 points, but he does pick up his 5th foul in the overtime period. Richland by 2 with the basketball. Jennifer, I'm still of the opinion. I'm taking time off the clock, and I'm shooting free throws.
Yeah, I sort of say I think you're going to have to take, again, your time. Don't rush anything. You still have the 2-point advantage. 124, see how much of that you can get to tick away. And then City going to try to have to commit some fouls. They have 3 team fouls, so they're going to have to commit a couple, which is going to run down the clock as well. So Raiders somewhat in a good position here, but you just got to take care of the ball. We go back to that Thomas Steele, just kind of that quick thing at the end of regulation is what kind of sent us here. But Raiders, that's the discussion right now with Coach Jason Lovelace. Don't force anything.
The crazy thing for me is I know overtime helped this, but Fayetteville City only averaged 43 points per game against Richland in the regular season. A different type of scoring team, and admittedly maybe not Richland's best night defensively.
Yeah, still comes back to that 9-point or 3. That was big.
Yeah. They get into Jack Jackson. Bounce pass to Will Shirey. Trying to beat the press here. It's stolen by Barnett. Barnett hands it off to Thomas. It's tipped around. Stolen by Jack Jackson. Huge play there from the junior. Raiders get it back. Andrews in the front court. He's got 3 men around him. He dribbles through traffic. He kicks out to Jack Jackson. We're a minute to go here. Cooper Jackson trapped in the corner.
They're begging for a foul call, both sides, because Fayetteville City's trying to commit a foul.
Jason thought he called a timeout there, but actually it was called a foul against Fayetteville City. That's the 4th. And, of course, Jason doesn't want the timeout if there's a foul.
Yeah.
He just wanted a timeout to save possession. So Raiders get to keep the timeout. Jack Jackson gives it off to Will Shirey here. 55 seconds. Richland basketball. Raiders playing keep away.
And they'll be content to do that as long as they can.
Andrews has it on the low block. Back to Cooper Jackson. Finally, they're trying to foul Jack Jackson. And they do.
Literally almost had him in a bear hug, Mark, and was still not getting the whistle.
I think they were trying to reach around him for a tie-up, and I think the referee was giving them the benefit of the doubt until he saw a clear foul. But, of course, it was a clear foul. Jack Jackson will head the line 2 free throws. With 36 seconds left, Richland up 64-62.
Well, when the city coach is calling for a foul, you kind of feel like that's the idea that's there.
Jackson makes it a 3-point ball game.
That's a big one. This next one even bigger.
Does not hit
Rims
the second.
out.
A 1-possession game here, 65-62. 32 seconds remaining in overtime. Arnold brings it across the timeline. He's guarded by Jack Jackson. Arnold crosses over, looking for some help from his teammates there. They have to switch defenders here. Shirey now guarding him. Timeout for Fayetteville City. 18.3 ticks on the clock, Jennifer. Richland up by 3. Fayetteville City ball.
Oh, Mark, I got to catch my breath. So I told you, these boys, some of these games coming down to the wire. Jennifer's getting too old for this mess, but man, what a game from both teams. That's what you expect in playoff action. So Raiders with 18.3 have that 3-point lead, up 65-62. Good defense. Don't give away anything easy. I think you got to keep an eye on Arnold. He's the one that's been hitting the threes tonight. And if you've noticed, really in the last few offensive possessions for City, Jack Jackson has just really just stayed with him like Velcro.
Yeah.
And not even really paying attention to where the ball is. It's just like, don't let Arnold get a 3 off because he's just hit too many tonight.
Like we said, 18 seconds. Fayetteville City has the ball, trailing by 3. They have 2 options here. You wait for the 3, or you try to get a quick 2 and then hope for a steal or to foul them and they miss free throws.
Yeah, I'm sure that was some of the discussion here in the timeout. from Coach Jason Lovelace.
Andrews will guard the inbound. It'll be Riddle. Inbound to Thomas, but it's actually tipped out of bounds. They didn't take any time off the clock. Some time has to come off.
Yeah, there was contact. The ball did come into play, but they're going to play on.
Bounce pass to Thomas. Thomas has it. He'll dribble to his left. 13 ticks left. Reese, kind of an awkward three there. That one doesn't even catch rim, but Barnett of Fayetteville City does get the rebound. They kick it out. Reese, step back, three. He got it. 2.4 seconds left as Richland calls a timeout. They want some more time. Huge three there by Reese, though, ties it up.
I think he said 2.1, but I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, 2.1 is what they're going to put back on the clock. And I tell you, the Moore County boys and the Cornersville boys waiting for their next action, they're all on the corners of the court waiting for their warm-ups. I tell you, everybody in here is into this game.
One thing here with 2.1 seconds left, maybe you can force them to foul you and get a chance to win at the line. Not going to have a lot of time to get it up the floor. But if you lob pass, you know, that's a free ball. And if you commit a foul there, they shoot free throws on the other side. So there's a lot to take in, a lot to think about on this play. But Jason Lovelace drawing up something here, trying to pick up the victory and advance to the district championship Tuesday night.
Yeah, he's got the play board. He's got something right now drawing out. So 2.1, this is stuff he's got in the hip pocket. You got all these things that roll through your head. Can his boys execute?
On the scoreboard, Richland has one more timeout. If that's true, they might be able to throw it into the front court, grab it, and call a timeout, and then have a shot with 1.5. It looks like they're going to put all four of the potential players who are receiving the inbound around half court initially. That may change as now the players come back on the floor, but initially it looks like they might try to go deep here. Thomas playing safety over the top. Andrews at the buzzer. No good. Double overtime.
Hey, it was a good draw up long court, and it goes over the back of the, and Andrews kind of laughs it off because he knows he had a little too much on it. Less than a little bit of that energy that's happening. So, folks, we'll reset, and we're going to do it again another 4 minutes, Mark.
Yep, so 65-65 is your score. Double overtime in the district semifinals. Free basketball here on KSR Sports. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. Back in 1 minute here on KSR Sports.
When it comes to your family's health, you can count on Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Pulaski. We're focused on keeping you at your best with annual screenings and preventative care. Having a family doctor helps you stay healthy, so our Southern Tennessee Medical Group makes it easy to find one. Call 1-800-424-DOCS. That's 1-800-424-3627, or visit southerntmpulaski.com to find a primary care physician.
And we're back. Fayetteville City has the ball first here in double overtime. 65-65 as Kisson Reese hit a huge three-pointer to end that last overtime period. Riddle in the paint, working against Cooper Jackson. Bounce pass. They get out top to Jaden Thomas. Thomas pulls it back.
And again, Fayetteville City wins that tip-off, and so they can be kind of slow with this. I mean, they can run down this 4 minutes if they so choose.
Arnold to the hoop. His shot no good. Rebounded by Reese. Thomas has it in the corner now. Remember, Cade McCormick out as he committed his 5th foul in that overtime period. He finished with what is still a game-high 27 points. 65-65, Reese to the basket. Reese gets it to go. 67-65, Fayetteville City on top. Shirey drives, kicks to Cooper Jackson. Back to Shirey here, working against Thomas. Shirey kicks, corner, Cooper Jackson 3. No good. Lane Dooley with the board. Multiple players on the floor, out of bounds. It'll be Richland basketball. Raiders catch a break there.
Yeah, good effort from Dooley to keep that alive.
Timeout Richland. 2:32 remaining in double overtime. 67-65. Here's your score, Fayetteville City on top.
So again, Coach Jason Lovelace with his playboard drawing up here, and like you said, that ball kind of bounced around. Lands off of one of the Fayetteville City players, so Richland does get a reset with this 2.5 minutes left in the second overtime.
And once again, I know Fayetteville City, really athletic club, but Richland's just not getting the stops they're used to getting. I mean, I just really don't know how to describe it, but defensively, when Reese and when Arnold are driving to the hoop, at this point, they're shooting 60-70% on those drives, and then that's just something it's hard to deal with that.
Yeah, they're hitting things that we just haven't seen all season from them, and it's not just one guy. I mean, you kick it off, you try to guard Arnold, and then Reese comes in and hits. Thomas is hitting.
Richland will inbound here, trailing by 2. They get into Will Shirey in the corner, back out to Cooper Jackson. Shirey works it out top. Jamison Andrews. Looks like he wants an ISO here. Andrews spins. Andrews puts it up, puts it in. 67-67 on the drive from Andrews.
Beautiful move, stopped, spin, lays it in. Nice soft touch from Andrews.
He's kind of become your de facto Cade McCormick here. And tipping it out of bounds. It's going to be Richland basketball here. A bad pass there from Riddle.
Yeah, good defense there. Cooper Jackson down low. A little bit of the mismatch up against Riddle because the height advantage from Riddle, but Cooper just plays good, solid defense.
That may have been the stop Richland needed. 1:55 remaining here in the fourth. Raiders tied up, but they do have the basketball. Shirey, a little give and go here with Dooley. Remember, both teams 5 fouls since they don't reset in overtime. Dooley, he'll drive, baseline, tips it out of bounds. It'll be Richland basketball. 1:32 remaining in double overtime. Tie ball game, Richland has it. Jamison Andrews, 3. No good. Andrews going to try to track it down. He does. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds, though. Fayetteville City ball. Richland in need of another stop here. 67 all, 125 remaining in double overtime. Thomas into the front court. Fayetteville City taking their time. Thomas working against Shirey. Shirey trying to get the 5-second call, but Thomas trapped for a moment, and that'll enforce a timeout by Hopkins.
111 showing 67-67 on the board. Timeout to discuss a little strategy here. Starting to see a little fatigue from both sides. I mean, it's been a long game. Mark, I'm tired up here just watching, trying to call this thing. I can't imagine. I know they're young guys, but these extra minutes racking up.
Yeah. I mean, Richland really just going blow for blow, but second half they really couldn't hit the 3 and hit a lot of shots in the paint, but Fayetteville City hit a lot of shots in the paint. I mean, they've been so clutch from within 6 feet. And at this point, we hear the few choruses of 6-7 here because it is 67-67. I'm surprised you didn't call that out yet.
Yeah, I try to put it in the back of my mind because it's kind of died out a little bit. I think it's still popular with maybe middle school, younger kids, but it's still there.
67 all here. Fayetteville City ball with 1:11 left in double overtime. Being inbound here from Arnold. Gets it into Thomas. Thomas. He's going to drive there. Fake to the handoff. Now he will give it back to Arnold, who's guarded by Shirey. City under a minute remaining. Reese drives. Reese trapped. But he'll get it off to Thomas. 50 seconds now. Once again, City almost kind of wants to hold it for the last shot here. Richland, of course, doesn't want to let them. Barnett, trapped in the corner. He'll drive baseline. They're going to say out of bounds. Richland touched it last. 36.8 seconds left. Fayetteville City inbounds underneath the basket. Richland in desperate need of a steal or a stop. Riddle gets it. Jaden Thomas working up top here. 30 seconds. They'll hand it off to Reese. Reese working at Shirey. He spins. Reese to the hoop. Reese. His shot falls. 23 seconds left. Fayetteville City takes the lead. Shirey up to Jamison Andrews. Jackson in the corner. He'll bring it out top. Jamison Andrews, 3. Timeout for Jason Lovelace before the 3 there. He did miss it anyway, so with 8.8 seconds left, Richland has the basketball, and Jason Lovelace has a chance to draw something up to tie or win this game.
Yeah, there was a lot of noise here in the gym, and it went deathly quiet on a whistle because you didn't know what the call was. I don't think anybody saw the motion for the timeout. Watching the action on the floor. And like you said, maybe a good timeout because Andrews had missed that corner 3, trying to get the win a little bit early maybe too, but possibly trying to play in case there was a miss. Could you get a quick steal? So Raiders down 2, 8.8 seconds left here in this second overtime.
No one really in too much foul trouble. I think Jaden Thomas has 4 for Fayetteville City, but of course Cade McCormick fouled out with 5. Finished with 27 points. It's been a minute since I've kept up with who were the leading scorers, but I think McCormick's still at the top of the list.
I think so, yeah. I'm trying to, there's too much action going on the floor to try to run numbers at the moment.
8.8 seconds. Who can come up clutch for Richland if they want to avoid the upset and playing in a consolation game Tuesday night? Hand it off to Andrews. Andrews gives it off. Cooper Jackson, top of the key. Count it! 3-pointer's good. They don't have a timeout. Reese, half court, 3 at the buzzer. No good front iron. Cooper Jackson wins it. Top of the key 3. Brought to you by First Realty Group, Jennifer.
First Realty, big bucket. We said early on, Cooper Jackson, one of the 5 starters that had not hit a 3. That's the one he needed. What a great drawn-up play. Cooper Jackson, senior leader, big moment, and he delivers. Raiders win 70-69. Wow, what a game, Mark.
The most important thing there was Hopkins and City wasted the last timeout on the last offensive possession. They had nothing to do. That went in with 4.1 seconds left.
And
in the time that it took you to inbound it, Reese had no, and granted, it was close. He did hit rim. But Reese had no real chance to get a good shot off because of that lack of time out there. So sometimes you go back to the last possession, just little things that you don't think matter end up mattering the most, Jennifer.
Yeah, it's the little discrepancies. And I tell you, Fayetteville City, a little reluctant to leave the court because, man, you do have to give them credit because I honestly didn't think this would be much of a game tonight. I'll admit that from the get-go. They came out strong tonight and gave every bit of it. Raiders, though, found ways to kind of overcome some issues, especially in that third quarter. Losing McCormick was big. I mean, he was beautiful tonight in the paint, hit some big 3-pointers. But, I mean, everybody's going to be talking about that Cooper Jackson bucket. I mean, Jackson finished with 5 points. That's okay. He got the 3 that he needed.
Absolutely. So 70-69 is your final as the Raiders survive and advance. And Jennifer, I really didn't want to say this, but you know why that game was important. Because if you lost, you're the 3 seed potentially if you win, and you play Eagleville in an elimination game. Once again, not saying you can't beat Big Bad Eagleville, but they're the undefeated #1 team in the state.
Makes the road tough.
Your path, your best path to the state tournament involves you not playing that elimination game against Eagleville. And with the win, Richland lives to fight another day. They have a chance for that district championship. And from there, the road gets much more manageable. But Jennifer, just a great game overall. I could tell you were pretty nervous there, but you know, I think if you take out the nerves, I think it was a lot of fun for everyone here tonight.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
And how about Cooper Jackson?
I like intense basketball. It's hard for me, Mark. You know this. I live day in, day out as a teacher of these boys. You become family. And so, I mean, you want big wins. And I just felt like they could pull this off. And, I mean, man, they really just had to keep battling and find ways. And who was it that was going to step up? But, you know, it's that Jackson 3 is big to win it. Everybody's going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But there were so many key moments in this game, in those overtimes, that folks delivered when they needed. Jack Jackson hitting that free throw in the first overtime, you know. So, I mean, there's just all these little moments that were clutch. Jamison Andrews had some big buckets in those overtimes.
Especially after McCormick came out.
Yeah, and so they really had to step up, even though McCormick had to finish it out on the bench. Just a great setup. Good draw at play from Coach Jason Lovelace there on the end, because Cooper Jackson had a really good look at the basket and delivers when he needed to.
So Raiders win it 70-69. They advance to the district championship Tuesday night versus the winner of Cornersville-Moore County. But that'll be all for tonight. Jennifer, great to have you, and we'll see you again Monday night.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mark, we'll be back on the road Monday night for the girls' action. Lady Raiders will take on Cornersville, and then your Raiders will be back in action for the district championship Tuesday night against the winner of this next matchup, who was watching intently, Cornersville-Moore County boys. We'll have to wait and see who the winner of that is, and we'll get you all that action next Monday and Tuesday.
Absolutely. And so Richland girls will be playing Cornersville Monday night. Richland boys will be playing TBD on Tuesday night. District championship action on both sides. A big shout out to all of our fantastic sponsors who make these broadcasts possible, and the fine folks at WKSR. A special shout out to our producer here tonight, Elijah Watkins, making the magic happen